Hello, good evening from the UK. Good morning from Australia. Welcome back to West Ham Network and Old School Hammers. Morning, Kieran. How are you, sir?
Morning, son. Evening to you. All good, mate.
Excellent. I'm on the coffee.
First time in 3 months. The last 3 days it's been raining. It's been made a nice change. Bit of rain for a little while. Let's start to clear up now. So
get the old garden going a bit, eh?
It will, mate. Yeah, I'll kick it off again. I've not had to fucking mow it for the last 2 months now. After this rain, I'll probably have to get in it.
Yeah.
Usually,
so, how's things going over there anyway? Any shark or crocodile events? Nothing?
We had a little flurry, didn't we? Croc and a great white. So I think that's it for a little while. Everyone's safe at the moment.
One of my neighbours was savagely attacked by a moth the other night.
Yeah, it happens, doesn't it? Fucking happens, mate.
I got attacked by 3 bloody wasps in my bedroom at 3 o'clock in the morning. Fucking things.
They're more fucking scary, geezer. Wasps than fucking sharks or crocs to me. I've got done here, right? I was cut some fucking branches off a tree in here, and I must have pissed off this. They call them a what name wasp there? Fucking hell, come back to me a minute. It's a type of wasp that's got long hanging sort of things at the back of its legs.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the fuck, it came and done me, came right at my eye, geezer. I didn't have my glasses on. And I closed my lid just in time, and it done me right in the eye. Oh, man, I was fucking ill for days. My fucking whole face blew up, everything. Yeah, paper wasp. They call them here, paper wasp. Fuck, they're fuckers, man. Really aggressive as well. Yeah.
That's because every time they sting someone, it reaches the newspaper.
Right? Yeah, it could do. You had any sort of allergy to it, you're fucked. You're gone, mate.
Let's have a look, see who's in the chat. Oh, look, first in the door, James Bond. Good evening, James.
James,
bulletproof vest provided. I don't know about that, mate. Getting in early, found myself a bar stool next to the Buxton bar, mate. Evening chats and chapettes. Good to see you, James.
Good thinking, Jamesy.
Freshfield R. Good evening, Sean. Just put some REM on the juice.
That's me in the corner.
And that's me in the corner. Brilliant. Fantastic.
Yeah, a bit of REM, Shawnee.
Yeah, classic band. Absolutely. REM. Yeah. Danny Boy Boar. How are you, sir? I'm playing the schmoozy piano music on the semi-stage.
Okay.
They've all looked at the thumbnail quite well, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I took notice of it.
Which would be that.
We're in the pub, boy. We're in the pub.
Who's the Buxton bar, mate? Oh, that'd be me and you then.
I might have to go and get a beer, geezer, and get rid of this tea in front of me.
Yeah, you know. All right, hang on. What we do? Hang on. Flipping out. Where did it go? There it is. James, that barmaid. What's his name? That'd be me or Kieran. Danny Boy, she's not interested, but it's thankful for the interest. Oh God, Michael. Good evening, sir. Thank you for joining us. Didn't know Birmingham was in the south. Oh, Birmingham's not in the south. We got Bournemouth at home in the cup. Right, this is the point that we were going to get to. So we've drawn Bournemouth at home, and Crawley Town have drawn Brighton.
Yeah, well, yeah, so at least to get one game.
I'll try and get myself a ticket for that. That'd be quite a good one. Millwall's got Leighton Orient. Oh, London local derby, eh? Well, I bet that'd be a good one. It is south of Newcastle, Michael, so relative. Yeah, true. Good evening, Brendan. Thank you for joining us. Evening, chatters, Kieran and Budgie.
Hey, Brendan.
Evening, Sogs. James Lamprew. Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wasim, good evening to you, sir. James says, got a ride on mower, Kieran, for the acreage.
You have your James, yeah, you would it, yeah. And you need it if you got acreage, man. You need it, man. My mate's got one. Brilliant. Mine's not big enough for that, but there you
go. Yeah. Sean wants to know if I've got a new camera. No, it's a new phone, actually. And I just thought I'd use my phone for the time being, since I've got my garage upside down and that's where my laptops are at the moment. So, yeah, using my new phone. Brendan says he's moving to Australia as my dad dancing seems to equate to breakdancing down under.
Oh, man, that was an embarrassing. Did you see any of her, man? Fucking hell. People are... The breakdancing community in Australia are dying. They can't believe that she was actually fucking qualified to go and do what she did. It was embarrassing, man. Embarrassing.
Nick one, thank you so much for the super chat. I think I heard one of you fart. Well, it definitely weren't me.
Not me yet, Nick. Well, I'll let one rip if you give us another 10.
Yeah, another 10. Yeah, you get farts on demand. Good morning, Alan. Thank you for joining us from Australia.
Hey, Alan.
Who's a happy hammer now? I would think 99.9% of hammers are happy.
Well, very hopeful. Let's put it that way, mate. Yeah. Even since we talked last week, guys, who we brought in? We brought in Mr. Tadibo and the average white man. They're both coming, so very nice.
Yeah, mate. I'm well happy with Bisaka coming in. Lincoln L. Hello, you lovely gentlemen. Thank you, Lynn. You're always very kind to us. Thank you for joining us, darling. Nick one, you'll soon be bankrupt as you are rewarding flatulence from all
Yeah,
he did that on the...
Cost you a few quid, guys.
Yeah, he did that on another one the other day. Last night, I think it was. Yeah.
All right. These figures,
and then, super chatted it. Be careful what you wish for.
Mike.
Yeah, mate.
We know what we wish for, mate. We wish for something like this. And we just hope now, Mr. Lopetegui, given the tools to do the job, let's hope he's the final part of the jigsaw, can make it all work. Because there's no guarantees here. With that many players coming in, I think there's no guarantees that half of these players even start come the Villa game. It wouldn't surprise me if Souček still starts. It wouldn't surprise me if Soufal still started or Antonio. Maybe not all three of them, but at least one of them will be. So it's an implementing time for old Mr. Lopetegui. And Steiner can only do, he's done all he can do. And it's exciting for us. Right, the manager's got to perform now. The ball's in his court. But and the players, for that matter. But it's a new team. It's going to take a while to blend in. I said last week, I don't expect us to go flying out the blocks and win every game. But it's exciting. We don't even know what 11 is going to take the pitch. The feeling became so boring under Moyes as well. We knew what 11 he was going to pick. We knew what was going out there. We knew certain players shouldn't be out there. And we knew how we were going to play. Here, I just don't know what's going to happen. Really good.
Well, just going back to that statement that has been cast our way quite a lot in the last few months. Be careful what you wish for. Well, for me personally, I think so far what has happened has surpassed my expectations.
Absolutely.
What I wished for. So if I have to be careful what I wish for, maybe I should have wished for a lot more. And then maybe a heck of a lot more may have happened. You never know.
I'm just glad that this has happened. But see, the first part of it's in place, geezer. But all them fucking pundit wankers that said this and kept saying, be careful what you wish for. All these fucking idiots, man, who are lover boys of Moyes. Yeah. Right? We wanted this. Now we need say, Lopetegui to perform because these fuckers are waiting to say, told you so, told you so, told you so.
They are.
They are. And I said that fucking 6 months ago, didn't I? I said, these fuckers are lining it up, So if we do fail this season, they're beyond the bandwagon. We'll see. Fuck them. So, Mr. Lopetegui, please, just to shut them fuckers up. Please fucking perform.
Lavoto said, loving your work, boys. Good evening. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you for joining.
Hang on, Mark.
Leslie, good evening to you, sir. I presume you're a fella. I'm hoping you're a fella. Lee, good evening to you, sir. How's my two favourite hammers? We're both great, thank you. Oh, and you lot in the chat. Hope you're all safe and well, everyone. Come on, you irons. We are massive. Overland HC, we certainly are. Randy Bergstahler, how is everyone?
Great name.
Well, we're all doing very well, thank you, Randy. Good. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you anything, as you probably already know. Subscription on these YouTube things doesn't mean money. It just means that you're following the channel.
Yeah, it just means we've got to bend your ear roll. Drive you mad.
Yeah, and the old like button. We like the like button. The more likes we get, the more we get offered back, and we will be able to start having guests on. You know, like exclusive guests. You know, like
yeah, I don't know that.
I did try and line one up for tonight, but unfortunately, due to certain things that have come to light in social media circles recently, I think he was unable or unwilling to comment on it. So, but we'll get him in one day. We'll get him.
He got sent down for 5 years.
Millwall got beat 3-2 at the weekend. Who'd have guessed?
Fucking yeah, you know, Sean, I know what he means by this, Sean. Fuck, unbelievable. Unfucking believable.
Yeah.
Sure, I done it with Tit Show. Sean came on, he picked 3-2, right? That fucker.
Yeah.
But every game, right? But he threw that one over the other way because it was Millwall. And he got it right. Fucking dodgy fucker. Anyway.
Yeah. 58. Good evening to you. Good evening, Budgie Kieran, and all of you passionate Hammers fans. Irons we love. Irons. Irons, thank you for joining us.
I suppose we do.
Thank you for joining us, Michael. Apparently, bid's gone in for Stola and Zeze. Who goes? Ings has got to go.
Cornet, got to go. Socek or Ward-Prowse, got to go.
I'm still rubbing my sticks together.
No, stop with the fucking Cornet bollocks. It's done, geezer. And just fucking come to it. It's gone. He's gone. He's not. He's surplus to requirements, mate.
I'm not having it, mate. I'm not having it.
Waste, mate. It's just a fucking money drain. Him and Ings.
If I had my way, Julian Dix would still be at left back. Don't even go there. Right.
Oh dear.
Randy,
at least we've got a tune out of it.
We want Fofana as well. Could be possible. Fofana, yeah, but he's not absolutely necessary. If we are going to get any more other players in, I really do believe we need cover for Somerville. Seeing as Kieran wants to get rid of Cornet.
Of course.
So cover for Somerville. And really and truly, I wouldn't mind a bit of cover for Wan-Bissaka as well. You know,
we got
other than Soufal.
Soufal's good.
Great, don't get me wrong. He's great cover.
No, I'm happy with them too. I mean, if we've got Cresswell's cover for Emerson, God, we've got to accept Soufal's good enough to be cover for Wan-Bissaka. That's if Wan-Bissaka starts straight away.
Yeah,
I'd imagine he will. But who knows, man? This is what I'm saying. Why quite exciting, not even to know what kind of team we're putting out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good evening or good afternoon, Mikey. He's obviously the good old US of A if you're afternoon, I would think.
Yeah,
West Ham are top 6 and a good FA Cup run will do me this term. Come on, you fucking Irons. Yeah, that'd be nice. Damien, good evening to you, sir. Again, midfield or one of Souček or JWP. That's in reference to who would go.
I like Ward-Prowse, but when you think about it, it's not really been a success, has it?
No, not really.
He hasn't been. I mean, terrible, but he hasn't really blown anyone away either, has he?
No.
Yeah, I expected more, to be honest.
Who else?
Started really well.
Who else can score from a corner with regularity like he does?
He hasn't done it. He ain't done it for 8 years. That's the problem.
Well, you know, he's done it for us.
How many free kicks? His free kicks dried up as soon as he came to us. Stopped.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
But no, I like him, and maybe like I don't like knocking any of them under Moyes, right? Because it's a different ball game. Yeah. I just wonder with him, Souček. I'm not sure how they fit in with all these midfielders now. It's going to be, maybe we need to unload at least one there.
Yeah. Evening, Darren. Thank you. Yes, Darren, in the Carabao. Yes.
Yeah.
Lawrence. Good evening. Good afternoon to you, sir. Good shout, Geezer. With all these new players, it will take time for all of them to come on the pitch.
I think so.
And chemistry. So. Also,
and we've got to be patient. That's the main thing. We've got to be a little bit patient here.
Yeah. And also, like Lawrence says there, you got to consider what Lopetegui's tactics will be as to who he will use first or regularly or whatever, you know. Michael says he keeps Souček. He can do a job if we need.
That's my thinking. I want to keep Souček. I like him.
I've got no problem with him.
I like him.
Hang on a minute. Bungle?
Robert?
Yeah, come on, Robert. Calling me Bungle, not Budgie. Fuck's sake. And you would be able to tell apart from Kieran.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm not sure. We are brothers, but not from the same father or mother. Right, Kieran, you have a question from Damien. My Bond boy. Are people going to be writing off Antonio to keep his place in the side?
Absolutely. I got to say, that would not surprise me, Damien, if he started against Villa. It wouldn't. I could see it happening. The only thing I think with Antonio is you've not got a 90-minute player anymore. But my God, as it develops, you know, if older Fuller turns out to be the first pick, I mean, he could be quite dynamic for a half an hour as well. But no, I think he's going to be a part of this team for the season. I really do. I'll be very surprised if we thought even in January I'll get rid of him or now. I think Antonio's up for it, man. And he can still do a job, man. He's still a pain in the arse for defenders.
Oh, God.
I just don't think he's going to be flapping there on his own as much as he was, you know, under a Moyes system. I think he might be more involved with the play.
But like I said,
and that probably most you'll get is an hour out of him. But that might work if he starts again. But I definitely wouldn't write him off. I think he's going to be a part of the squad this year, part of the team.
Yeah. And I agree fully with what you said. So Moyes keep gate crashing the party with his comments about the West Ham one. That's because he's bitter and twisted and absolutely.
I've seen a couple of things come up my YouTube. He's interviewing that. I won't watch it. I just don't. I'm not interested in what he's got to say anymore. You know, I'm really not.
Me neither.
I'm just not interested. So I haven't watched it, but I have no doubt. Yeah, I've no doubt. No, I'm not interested in what he's got to say.
Someone said to me the other day, he goes, bloody hell, he goes, I've heard some of this talk from West Ham fans. He's Chelsea fan, this fella. He goes, I've heard some of the talk from West Ham fans about David Moyes. He said, bloody hell, you think he's done the same thing as Paul Ince? I said, no, far from it. Paul Ince insulted us by wearing another club shirt while he was still trying to.
Yeah.
David Moyes tried to destroy us from the inside. I said, no.
Yeah, he fucked up Ince. And to be fair to him, he has sort of admitted that, realised it later, that it was a fuck up. And he made a mistake.
Anymore, you know?
So I'm not going to... Young players like that can make silly mistakes, mate. Especially, you know, when they get a dream move, which they saw. And he became a massive part of that Man United winning team, didn't he? So
yeah, he did, yeah.
I'd like to forgive him. I didn't at the time. I was fuming. But It's done and dusted.
It did annoy me when he celebrated his first goal against us, though.
Yeah, but I can understand that too, Gazy. You coming to Upton Park as an ex-player that people ain't out, man, the abuse was fucking frightening. Lampard got it. He got it. It was serious abuse from all over the crowd. If you're going to score, fuck, I'd be the same. Fuck you. Get this up here. So I can understand it.
Yeah. Howard, good evening to you, sir. Good evening, all you beautiful people, he says. Antonio starts Saturday, in his opinion.
Yeah, possibly, Mike. Well, I'm thinking that. I'm leaning towards that way. I think he starts. But we'll see.
Yeah. Sean says, it's all the being careful what we wish for, holding us back all these years. Who knew?
Look, to me, the way I relate it, Sean, when this be careful what we wish for, pundit wankers. Imagine saying that to your daughter or your son. That's the attitude you want to instill in them. Be careful what you wish for. No, fucking reach for the sky, mate. Reach for the stars. Yeah. And see where you go. That should be the, Yeah. No, don't fucking settle for what? Settle for mediocre. Try and fucking reach the top. Try and do whatever. Whatever you do, try and do it your best. And why not fucking wish for shit? That's a terrible attitude myself. There you go.
Damien wants
Look at me. I reached for the stars. Fucking just about got out of the gut. But there you go.
Damien wants us both to give him crossed hammers. Can't do it.
Hey, come on, some buns.
Anytime.
Feed a school to West Ham. We were. Feed a school to West Ham.
Ah, Robert says you just noticed bloody autocorrect. All right, so you're not calling me. What was it he called me?
You're a bungle, anyway.
Fucking bungle. James Lee, good afternoon to you, sir.
Hey, James. It's better than bollocky, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. Dear.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah. 58. Yeah, smash the like button, everyone. Thank you, sir. Howard's gently caressed it. He does that a lot.
He's got sculpture hands, see? Yeah, he's got them sculpture hands. So
I'm surprised his like button isn't perfectly carved, you know? Must really like the rainbow. Yeah, bungle. Balls deep. Good evening.
Balls deep.
Or morning, he says, yeah. Cornet is running off the team like he does, being offside.
Yeah.
Well, Cornet, Antonio and Zuma need to go. Well, not Antonio.
Not Antonio. I think, well, I was still hoping Zuma. I mean, he's still out in Bahrain. So that still comes to fruition. He stays out there. Would be the best for him as well, not just for West Ham.
Sean said, let Cornet go and be offside in Saudi. That's not nice. I like him.
Look, we can all like him, but he's not going to work out. It's pretty obvious. Yeah.
Exactly that, Nick. Perfectly said, son. Perfectly, mate.
Exactly. That's where we'd be, mate.
There you go. Balls deep. See, I'll be balls deep in that.
There's a player. Is there? Well, where the fuck is it? Come on. It's been too long. It's too long.
New manager, new philosophy, new corner.
Yeah, and I thought I'd see it sometime in this pre-season.
Nah, fuck the pre-seasons.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's all right. Well, look, it doesn't matter what we think. It matters what Lopetegui thinks. If Lopetegui thinks he can still get a player out of him, great. I'd be delighted. I just don't see any evidence. No.
Yeah. Sean says that there is a player in Cornet, but he's offside.
Excuse me.
Dede is a left-footed centre-back, hence I'm saying Agard might leave.
Well, yeah, he's still up in the air again, isn't he? Whether he wants to stay, whether he is staying, that's... We need another centre-back if he goes. No doubt.
If he goes, but if he stays and we got Zeze, perhaps he could cover the left-back position.
We'll see.
As well. JWP played well with the first 5 games and it all went downhill.
He weren't great.
Probably a fair assessment, mate.
A great start. Really good start.
Yeah. Darren Roll. Evening, Darren. Thank you for joining. Give the new manager time to do his job and get behind the team. Come on.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's down to us to give him a bit of time, mate, and just see how it all comes together. Yeah. He'd love to have a great start, but I mean, it's a bloody tough game to start with, isn't it, Villa? You know, they were so good last year.
Did anyone see Lopetegui responding to Danny Dyer on Sky Sports? No, I didn't, actually.
No, I didn't. Really? No.
Would renaming the London Stadium the Bowling Stadium appeal to anyone? It probably would appeal to certain fans that kind of remember the bowling but weren't die-hard, week in, week out regulars. It wouldn't appeal to the likes of your Chicken Run crew, you know, Trevor Brookings stand and your Bobby Moore stand. Probably not to those.
Yeah. I rather remember the bowling. I always still called it Upton Park. I never did call it the bowling. None of us did back then. But I'd rather remember the bowling as it was, man. Rather
me too.
Putting that name on this new fucking bowl now.
If they called it the Bobby Moore Stadium, that would probably appeal to a lot more people.
Maybe.
You know, just, you know, out of, you know.
Not calling it the fucking Cornet Stadium, I'd tell you that. Maybe an ice cream stand out the back there, and I might call after him. The Cornet Stadium.
How about the Roberto Stadium?
Oh, dear.
Keep potato salad if he accepts an off-the-bench role. Good shout.
I think there's a lot of players need to accept that. This is a squad he's building there, not fucking just a team.
To accept it these days.
There's going to be players that, you know, normally our first starters might not be.
Yeah.
So, you know, to Debo, mate. You know, you'd think he's a shooter.
I like this comment, Lee. Thank you very much for popping it up. Let's just enjoy the season as it comes, no matter what happens, instead of taking out the worst players. It's a team effort. Let's have it.
Absolutely, Lee. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
We're excited to see these new players now, aren't we? Because as much as we see these names and whatever, we don't watch them week in, week out in Europe or anywhere else. We don't. We just see bits of them. So so interesting to see how they work and how good they are. You know, we're paying good money for them, man. You can't knock the fucking ball either at the moment with the money they're throwing out. They're doing all right, and it's good business.
Yeah.
So, happy days.
Yeah. Sean saying in the game against Celta Vigo, Souček kept the required tempo going, and it was surprisingly good. JWP kept slowing it down. I bet Tommy's ahead of James Ward-Prowse in the pecking order.
I think he will. Plus the goals he gives you, Sean. I mean, at the end of the day, he does fucking get on the end of things as well. And I think that could be a reason why he's still be in the plans of Lopetegui. We know how bad his passing is on the ground. We know that. We accept that. But I think there's still a role for him with Lopetegui.
But you get anything over 3 foot high, mate, and Souček's your man.
Yeah.
You know? So Nick saying that Antonio and Fulkrug are completely different types of striker. Fulkrug plays centrally, rarely runs the channel, and Antonio does the opposite.
They are different strikers, Nick, for sure.
Which means that we can play two completely different.
That's what I said. I think that Fulkrug, he likes to play like Kane play, likes to come deep in that number 10 role and pick the ball there and use it, and then get involved.
But he also likes having the ball floated up onto his noggin.
Yeah. So. I say, to me, that's the kind of player I see him as. And whether it works with West Ham, I don't know. Our wingers are going to be very important, I think, to use Fulkrug. I think he's going to be with Antonio. You see Antonio, when the ball comes out from the back from Antonio, he'll pull to the right, he'll pull to the left, or he'll come wherever the ball's coming out of the back of the fence. And this is where he moves to. And he run a channel. And he's looking for a ball over the top too. I think Fulkrug's a bit different. Like you said, he plays more centrally, comes for the ball sometimes deep, uses it, lays it, then turns and goes.
But
it's good to have two different types of strikers.
He can destroy defenders by standing still. He's brilliant at it.
Yeah, exactly. And he's a big lad. And when you defend against big lads, like you can't get, as a defender, you can't get around them and nick that ball. When they protect it well, and he's one of them, I think, protects it well, really well. I see it like that with that Mateta at Palace.
Yeah,
he's good at that as well, man.
Yeah,
he's a strong boy up front there. Comes and gets the ball to his feet. Man, he's hard to mark.
Yeah. Good evening to you, Happy Amarat. Thank you for joining us, sweetheart.
Happy H. 2 seconds, and I'm going to get a juice.
Both strikers are perfect for different tactical needs. Exactly right, Nick. We won't be locked into one tactic with both options. That's exactly it, mate. Absolutely. At least the lanky ain't scoring against us in the Carabao Cup. True. And obviously he's given up his dreams of any silverware as well. Everybody's they're happy. Got to see how full crew gets on. Don't want to see another Haller situation. I still think we need a younger striker. Says Brandy.
Yeah. I just think we've got full crew at the best time of his career. So I think he's still the type of player he is. There's a good 3 years in a striker like that.
Well, we signed him,
even though it's not worked.
I think we signed him for 4 or 5. It might have been 5, but we've got him for at least 4 years.
Yeah, so I'm saying.
Old man AMG.
Oh man, God, these profile pics always frightens me. Old man's.
Yeah, but do you know who that is? That fella in that picture?
No, I don't. No.
All right, so there's a meme that went round for a couple of years or so, and there's this old fella, and he's walking up to somebody who's got the camera, and he's going, "Do you want some? I'll give it you. I'll give it you."
No, I know that bloke. That ain't him.
That's him, isn't it?
No way.
I thought it was.
Old man can correct me there, but it's definitely not him. No.
Oh.
I know the geezer human. I've seen that. Yeah.
Oh. Or is he? He might be from one of them TV shows. You know. I don't know. Epic hash time. Good evening, Epic. Thank you for joining me. I'll be gutted if we don't win something this season. Oh, we're going to win something, mate.
I don't know if I'd be gutted, Epic, but I tell you what, I want to give something a punt. Yeah, I mean, I don't want us just to hang around 10th and then get knocked out of the cups early. That would be disappointing season. But if we fucking give, the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup a nudge, and maybe we start to challenge for that top 6, that would be exciting, man. That'd be good.
Yeah, Lee's saying we know what Antonio brings to the club, but give Fuller a run out and leave Antonio as a sub. Yeah. Well, it's going to work that way or the other, Lee, by the look of things.
Fuller's going to get starts. Don't worry about that. Which way round it works, we don't know. But I just hope he's as good as he fucking looked.
Yeah. Sean, absolutely right, mate. Perfect response to them wankers, Kieran. Fuck off. We want to take big steps and reach for the stars. Climb every mountain.
No, we're not here for a fucking haircut. It's simple as that.
We're to fucking participate, mate. Fuck that. We're massive. Rumour has it that the club is prepared to let Ings leave on a free. Good idea. Yeah. Let him go. Let him leave.
It's a big wage drain, man.
It is. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's great around the club. He's great around the players.
I like the geezer, man.
He's fantastic bloke. But yeah, 115k a week, I think he's on.
Something, it's over the £100,000 anyway. It's a lot of money, man.
I think it's 115 a week he's on. That's what I heard last night.
Now, if you've got Fulkrug and Antonio in front of him, and then you might, if we did bring in another striker, where does that leave him? Yeah. He's nowhere near the first thing. But I don't think we will bring another striker in. But there's a lot of things I didn't think we'd bring in, but we have. So
City Solar, name I haven't seen before. I think Antonio will start on Saturday. That's a good shout. He may very well do.
I think he might, right?
That Aussie chick, maybe with a dick, was the funniest thing he's seen. Howard said.
Oh, it's the worst.
Titan Club 7. I think the only position left to sign is tea lady.
Hopefully we've already got one.
Cornet's worth more than Zuma. We could get 99p. We've some excellent competition places all over the park. The pressure is really on now. James. Robert, this might be of interest to Geezer, being a Forest Gate boy. West Ham Park celebrates 150 years this month.
Is it? Man, that was behind our school. It's in Bonaventures, West Ham Park, right behind it.
Yeah.
I think it's West Ham Park behind it, isn't it? But yeah, we used to go in there often, man. Go out there, play tennis there. And nice big park, actually.
Been there a few times myself, mate.
Yeah, it's a nice big park. It's lovely.
Rich 65. Rich, thank you for joining us, mate. Good evening to you, sir.
Good show.
Early Doors Football TV. That's Tony, how are you, son? Evening, Budgie and Kieran. Don't forget to get over there and have a look at Tony's stuff on Early Doors Football TV, people, because he's doing some lovely stuff over there. And he has guests from all different club fan bases. So it's really good to watch. Good fun. Evening all in the chat, he says. That Danny and Loppy clip was funny. I haven't seen it yet, but I will watch it. I will. Talk Sport want our downfall so badly.
Yeah, sure do, Randy.
Right, that Moyes
they sure fucking do, man.
They do,
they'll be queuing up if we have a really bad start to the season. They'll be queuing up. Yeah. Don't you worry.
And like the comment said earlier on, fuck them.
Fuck them.
Everybody saying hello to everybody. 3 more sleeps to go, says Happy. 3 more sleeps. Oh, till the start of the season.
Yeah, start of the season, boy. It's a Friday night game to kick it off, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, yeah. The stadium.
Yeah, right, Owen. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. Oh dear. West Ham in Europe again. It would be nice to see, wouldn't it? But I'm not holding hope for achieving that this season unless we win a domestic cup. That's the only way I can see us getting any European football this season. I can't see us finishing in the top 6, if I'm honest.
I don't, but
I would hope we will, but I don't.
It's like anything. Let's see what them first sort of 8 weeks are like. You know, see how we're holding up. And like I said, there you go. If Howard, fuck me, if that came true, Howard, I'd fucking be delighted. Villa is a tough game, man. I mean, you got to remember, Villa finished 4th last year, the 4th best team in the Premier League. This is a tough home game, but at least we're at home to start the season. Yeah. And we're talking a new team.
Howard, if we win 4-2 against Villa on Saturday, I promise you now, I will put a £10 bet on West Ham to qualify for Champions League this season.
I wouldn't get carried away that much myself. Fucking go. Fucking hell, man.
I was waiting.
You sound like a fucking Tottenham fan there. You sound like a Tottenham fan there. They won the first game, that's it. They're going to win the league.
Yeah.
Can't win.
In 2 weeks' time, I won't be here. I'll be in Turkey. So I won't be able to do Ultra Hammers. Not obviously tonight, obviously. Not next week, but the week after, I'll be away in Turkey. So I won't be able to host. But maybe we can get Russ or Anton or someone, or Luke, maybe to co-host with you, Kieran.
Yeah, but we'll have a chat with them. See what they say.
The training sessions at West Ham feel so different with the quality we got now. It's nuts. Absolutely. We're still pretty stagnant in defence. Hope they plug the hole soon.
Yeah. Well, when you think, I haven't been impressed by their defending that much in his pre-season, but we don't take too much notice of that. But now you've got this what's his name, Libido, to Debo, right? And if him and Kilman are meant to be the partnership, and that's the partnership he wanted, well, he better be right. You know what I mean? And if he is right, there's not a lot of room for Aged and Mavropanos. Mavropanos I've never really taken to anyway since he's been in. I never thought he's been that good, to be honest.
No.
I hope he comes good under Lopetegui, like all of them, but he's never really impressed me that much. I just don't know.
Yeah. And at least he scored a goal against Arsenal, his old club, in the 2-0 win in the league. So that was nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's see. We'll see. See if Kilman and that Todibo take to the field at the weekend. They're the partnership he's going to use. Presume it will be.
Neil Fitzpatrick. Good evening, Neil. Thank you for joining us, mate. Evening, he says. Not bothered about the stadium name. Would rather have our castle back on the badge. Good point. Still think any reliance on Antonio is a mistake, but just looking forward to seeing our new players.
Yeah, but Neil, you got to say, Rome weren't built in a day. It's not as if we can, completely change the whole 11. We've done well. 8 players in already. Fuck me, man. We got to look at January. Could be another window to upgrade here, there, whatever. And in the end of next season, you can't do. No manager does it all in one hit. So even though they're giving it a good fucking punt, we'll see. But I think Antonio will be. You got to remember, this will be Antonio's last season for us.
Yeah, of course.
Whether he lasts the whole season,
he knows that.
So for that reason, and the service he's given, I'm quite happy for him to be here.
Yeah.
Rest of the season.
Yeah, look, we can always rely on Sean to come up with the stats. Look, Moyes had a net spend of 500.86 million euros,
that's not bad, is it?
£430 million in his 4 years stint. We have a net spend of 99.65 million euros, or £85.5 million in this window alone.
He spent well, mate, and lost a lot of it. It's as simple as that. When I say he spent well, some of it was horrendous signings that he made. Money-wise, when you look at Vlasic and bloody Skamaka, man, there's a lot of waste of money there.
Oh, God, yeah. And Krell. Alex Krell. What did he get? About 74 minutes
alone,
didn't he?
He was a loan signing, though, but never used him.
But even so, he got 74 minutes, I think it was, I read the other day.
He didn't really get much.
He didn't even get a full match. James Lamprew, as far as I'm aware, James Lamprew says, all the youngsters are being loaned out. Looks like we won't see any of them this season.
Yeah. It was good to see Marshall. I just see the highlights of Marshall this morning. He scored a goal and got an assist. He's on loan at Huddersfield. So he's done really well. Good start for him. He's debut.
Thank you, Tony. Very kind of you, mate. Make sure to hit the like button, share and subscribe, people. It's a misconception that Fulkrug is only good with his head. I didn't say he was only good with his head. I just said that he was very good with his head.
Absolutely, Nick. That's what I'm saying. He's good with both feet. He's got 2 good feet.
He's got 2 great feet. And in that interview that he did, which everybody I know that's watched it has enjoyed, he actually states he likes playing with the ball at his feet. He likes to do that. So,
and he can get on the end of it with his head. Brilliant. That's what you need.
Yeah. That's very true, Michael. Teddy did play well till he was 39. That was jolly romantic, old bean. Yeah, right. Yeah, actually, Robert, that ain't a bad shout. Call it the carpet until we've got a motor. Isn't that Phoenix Knights, that character? That's what I was thinking, Howard. Phoenix Knights. That's the one I was thinking of.
Mate, I love Phoenix Knights. I've always one of the funniest comedies ever. Brilliant. So good. So good, man.
Right. It's from the Trailer Park Boys.
That I don't know.
No, I don't. I never watched it, but I saw adverts for it and stuff. Yeah. I knew I'd seen that ugly face.
It's
before.
fucking frightening, old man. Change it. For fuck's sake. Because I always think that's what he looks like when I see that fucking. I went, oh my god, that poor fucker. I take it that was a comedy, was it? Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Hey, look at this. Brendan says West Ham Network are definitely not sponsored by Manscaped. Because all the lads are bearded. Ollie's like the drummer in ZZ Top. I kind of hope her surname is Beard. Right, yeah, the Wheelstone.
Yeah, the Wheelstone Raider. That's weren't him. I knew it weren't him.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was a funny clip, wasn't it, with that silly old fucker?
Yeah.
You're
good evening, Roy.
Hey, Roy.
What kind of dog's that in your profile picture? It looks quite nice for you.
I'll see it, it looks like a pit bull.
Yeah, it did look like a pit bull, didn't it?
Yeah. But what do I know? Could be a chihuahua.
Look at that. Zuma and Ings wages for 1 year, £11 million. That is disgusting.
It's terrible, man. I mean, you know how many years I've been saying this, bud? You know how many years I've been going on about everyone moaning about the fucking chairmans and all these clubs and what they do? And I said, why doesn't anybody fucking look at these players and these stupid wages they're on? It is obscene. It's obscene. You mean, they shouldn't be on this much money. And I don't want to drag money, but fuck me, how much is enough? When you start seeing what it costs for a shirt, for the likes of us and your kids now and everything, to go to a Premier League game and buy a shirt, it's fortunes, right? And yet the players can be on £100 a week and no one bats a fucking eyelid.
I know. I mean, look at it this way, right? Just say for argument's sake, I was a married man. I've got 2 boys, and it's the start of a new season.
Or a boy and a girl, and she might be just as into the football as that boy.
Oh, yeah, true, very true. Sorry, my apologies, young lady.
Girls are these days.
Got 2 kids, got a missus. I'm going to go to the stadium, so that's now going to cost me
serious
part of £400 in tickets if it's a one-off.
Call it £300. It's just
at least 300. At least.
I think Man City are charging £130 a shirt, geezer. For fuck's sake.
What?
Man City, I think it's £130 for a first team shirt.
I heard the other side now, aren't they?
West Ham's what, 85?
Yeah.
That's a shirt that can be made for £10.
Mate, I can buy them online for about $13.99.
There you go.
Looks exactly the same.
Look,
I mean,
I'm not saying that I shouldn't be making money, but fuck me. But the thing is, the money that all that costs for a family is it's ridiculous now. It's becoming out of reach for a whole family to go to football. But yet the players' wages go up every fucking year, and then there's a new record-breaking wage, and there's a new fucking
But like a family could spend like a higher end of £600 before they've even watched the ball being kicked. You know, it's disgraceful.
How can you afford it? I know. I think it's wrong. I just think it's wrong in comparison to the wages that are given. I just don't agree with it. Should have been a wage cap on that fucking Premier League when it first started. There you go, £60,000 a week. That's the most any of you can earn. That's it. But then, if we'd done that, none of these players would be here. They'd be all in Europe.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my rant about them greedy fuckers.
Yeah. Randy says if this squad can gel and Lopetegui gets his tactics right, this squad has got top 4 potential. If the defence can improve, fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yeah. Sean believes that. He tipped top 4 straight away when we asked the other week. I'm not so. Well, I'm never going to be that confident about West Ham to do that. But like you said, if Lopetegui comes to the fucking party, man, and he starts making it all gel and fucking work, who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, who would have picked Aston Villa last year to finish fourth? Really, when you look at all the teams, they could have been above them. Villa finished fourth, man. Who would have picked Leicester City to win the league? You know, these things can work in a season. Do I think Villa will do that again? No, I don't think they'll finish in the top four this year. Because I think the other teams, I'm not going to let this happen the next season. The teams that traditionally want to be in the top four and top six, I think Villa might struggle a bit this year. And they're in the Champions League as well. So I don't think they'll finish up there. But if they can do it, Villa can fucking do it. Why can't we?
Exactly.
That's what. But it's down to lobby now, mate.
Yep, and the boys on the pitch. That's a really good point there, Lovato. 5 games in, West Ham don't drop a point, or drop out of the top 4, sorry. Moyes starts telling people if he'd been back the same way, Europe would be normal. The thing is, he was back the same way. In fact, he was probably back
shitloads.
Another rumour is that a couple of players could play with the under-21s. Yeah, that's also possible.
Well, you remember the old days, Robert. If you weren't picked for that first 11 or 12, you played for the reserves. The first team players, or even if coming back from injury, played for the reserves. It was a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, if you wanted to keep players fucking rather than sitting on the bench doing nothing, I don't know.
I mean, even when the reserve games were actually in the stadium, it was still free to get in and watch it.
I used to go to them, Budge, you know what I mean? Because, it was a fucking 5-minute, 10-minute walk for me to go to the game. When West Ham were away when I was young, I used to go to Upton Park and watch the reserve games. I remember seeing Harry Redknapp play, Clyde Best, Bobby Moore coming back from an injury. I remember him playing in the reserve. And loads of them. John McDowell. I had photos, because I had an old Kodak camera and I was in the chicken run. I think it was Chicken Run West Side. No, Chicken Run. I used to take photos of him, especially Harry Redknapp. I remember one of him coming over to take a corner. Long time ago, guys. It was probably about 1969.
I mean, I remember seeing Martin Peters in a reserve game once when he'd come back from an injury. Like you had quite a few players. I mean, I
had one with Clyde Best coming over that side. And fucking hell, man, his shoulders were about 6 foot fucking boy. I had a great time. Don't know where they are now, mate, but
the dude to push the back of a bus on his own, like with his arm, like, oh mate, he was huge, absolutely huge.
Yeah. Oh, Dom's more. Yeah, the Europe thing.
Yeah, Dom. Good evening. Thank you for joining us, mate. Yeah,
I'm glad we're not in it this year, Dom. Let's say it that way. I'm glad we're having a year off from it, to be honest, with a new manager and a new team. I'm glad we haven't got that pressure of Europe.
Yeah, because expectation when you're in Europe, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice if he can get it for next season. Brilliant, because that means he's done something right.
Yeah, and we know he's a winner in Europe. He's won the Europa Cup twice with Sevilla. And
he's got experience.
And obviously lost it the third year when we knocked them out.
So let's hope, man.
Yeah.
Like I say, if we get to Europe next year, then he's done something right.
Right. So Tony said, "All good, Budgie. Thanks. Got to get myself and Kieran, on a spotlight show. Be good to ask you questions and hear your answers. Well, what would you want it individually or as a duo? Because, we don't mind either way, do we, Kieran?
Yeah.
His spotlight show's a little bit like the in crowd, but it's a little bit more structured in the questions that he asks. Whereas I'll ask random questions in the middle of it. He generally lets the random questions come from the chat, which is quite nice. I watched one earlier with Gatesy. That was a good one.
Let us know. Tony will come on and sort it out.
Yeah. Fulham Manure Friday.
Is that the opening game? Is it just the one game, Howard, on Friday?
Yeah.
Fulham and Man United.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Right, Tony, I'm going to, early doors, Tony. I'm going to add you to our WhatsApp group. I think I've got your number. If I haven't, private message me anyhow you can with your number, your WhatsApp number, and I'll add you to our group, and then you'll be part of the little community that we've created. On fire there, Howard. Right. Pundits, all they ever discuss is the favourite view.
Exactly, mate.
Kevin Locke says, are we doing player ratings? What we're going to do in a little while, I've been just going through the chat and that's been guiding our discussions, Kevin, but we will have a chat about all the new signings and we'll give them an initial rating, and then maybe towards Christmas we might do another one to see how we compare. So yeah, we'll do some, not actual player ratings, but just our.
We'll get to a stage when we've seen all the new signings, and then we might be rating them in about a month's time.
Yeah,
we go, well, who's shining, who's struggling a bit. I'm sure they can't all click. If they do, my God, we're looking good. If they all click at the same time, mate. Well.
Oh, Villa lost 5-1 opener to Newcastle last season. They are slow starters.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sure we'll do this time. Please, thank you. Sean says we're going to be champions. Fire up karaoke and get the Champions League team ready. Right. All this must take time to come together. Bournemouth struggled when they changed manager last season until it clicked. Absolutely. Average white band fast Todd. Yep, definitely. Villa have brought in a few very, very good players and have a much stronger squad with a lot more depth too than last season. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I haven't seen who's brought in what, Nick, but yeah, I was wondering about that. Who's brought in what? I know fucking, I see something the other day with Chelsea brought in another half a dozen fucking players. I'm going, what the fuck? How can they keep bringing in players that mob? They've got about 50 fucking squad players. It's mental.
Yeah.
They must be unloading the load, Chelsea, surely.
Yeah,
they're still bringing in players. I can't believe they're bringing in
like 8-year deals and that, so they're getting away with it.
It's just mental.
Simon.
Hey, Simon. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah,
it will be.
The Duran chat restart after Saturday's game. Most likely, Brendan. Most likely. I'm not sure of the name of the place, 58. I really can't remember. I was absolutely hammered when I booked it. Well, I didn't book it. My mate Mickey did. I will let you know next Wednesday where I'm going.
Do you know what? I never ever got to Turkey, and I went most of Europe.
Do you know what? I think I might be able to tell you. Just bear with me. I think you'll be able to still.
So the reason I didn't go to Turkey, mate, I watched Midnight Express, that movie. If you ever saw that much back in the day, probably in the early 80s, 70s, that movie, Midnight Express, fuck you know, that put me off going to Turkey. Istanbul.
Outside of that airport, so I'm not sure whereabouts that is. No. I will find out.
I heard it's beautiful there. Everyone I've known has been there. I reckon it's a great place to be. Lovely. Probably.
Yeah. Randy's saying that not everybody's strengthening with the same kind of like intensity as he thought they would. one game a week, can we take advantage?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right, let's leave the comments there for a moment. And let's talk about our new players. No particular order. We'll start off with, well, we kind of skipped through this last week, actually. Fotherington, obviously he's a new signing. We know he's not going to get a lot of game time, but I'm actually reasonably composed about his signing. At least we've got 3 goalkeepers that are reasonably reliable. Even Fotherington's reasonably reliable. So we've got 3 decent keepers on the books. I'm happy with that. Max Kilman. What about you, Kieran? Anything you want to say about Fotherington first?
No, well, to me, he's a training keeper. He shouldn't be used. We'd need 2 bad injuries for these goalkeepers for him to even get a look in. So I'm hoping he doesn't have to. But he's got Premier League experience as a keeper. Weren't a great season for him, but he has got experience. So for that to be on the training pitch, but maybe the young goalkeepers, and we got him as backup, and that's what it is. So it is what it is. Kilman, yeah, I'm hoping that. I want him because Lopetegui wanted him. Right? I mean, Lopetegui made him his captain at fucking Wolves, which tells me, okay, that's the boy you want. I haven't been in the pre-season. No, I will say I don't really give a fuck about the pre-season. I don't really watch it. But what I have watched of it, he hasn't impressed me. But now he's got another centre half in which was his other pick as a pairing. That's what I want to see. See how this pairing works together. I always believe we've seen great pairings in the Premier League. Not necessarily the best centre halves in the country, but they work well together. It's all about a pairing that works. I think we struggled last year badly with every pairing we put out there, whether it be Zuma, Mavropanos, whether it be Zuma again, or again, Mavropanos, whoever it was, we seemed to not work together well as a pairing. And I'm hoping that if these 2 work well, it's exciting. That's good. So him, old Todibo, and
Kilman. Let's talk about him a little bit because
I know nothing much about him, goes apart from he's really wanted by Juventus, and he's good.
He's a man of vast experience, and he is also what I would call one of your on-field captains. He likes to orchestrate his back four. He's quite what's the word I'm looking for? Resourceful. He's a very good defender, and I'm rather hoping that he has the same kind of effect on our back four that Craig Dawson had when he came in as much as that whenever he played, whoever partnered him, and I mean whoever partnered him, seemed to play with a settled and calm demeanour. Do you know what I mean? And I'm hoping that Todibo will replicate that, because like Craig Dawson, he was like your old stalwart, wasn't he? And he kind of like, hang on, calm it down. There's no need to be excitable. And I believe that Todibo is going to be very similar. So, I'm very hopeful that he is going to be, the man to rely on in that back four.
I hope so, man. I hope him and Kilman just strike up a partnership, and that if that's but obviously it is the choice of Lopetegui, and that's what it has to happen. You can't have one really good centre half and the other shit. Doesn't work. We conceded so many goals last year, even with one of them centre halves playing well, the other one weren't, or it weren't working together, or the communication at times with Aguirre and the keeper was fucking horrendous with Areola. All seemed to be fucking misinformation there, or no one was certain. What you need is that keeper's part of them 2 centre halves. That communication has to be on point. Now, when I played for Surfers here, we had 2 great centre halves and a goalkeeper, and they worked in tandem with each other. They all knew when to leave a ball, when to go for a ball. They all knew how each other worked, and it works, man. it just works. And I'm hoping Areola needs to be in sync with these two if they are going to be our centre half pairing.
Yeah. Okay. Moving across the pitch, we won't go forward yet. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, our newest addition.
Yeah. Happy days.
Well,
happy days.
Actually, Kieran, I'm going to agree with that completely. And I'm going to use a little euphemism that a friend of mine used, and he said to me, because I said to him, I'm just so glad Wan-Bissaka is over the line now, because it was kind of like running on, kind of like the Lingard saga did.
Yeah, it's painful, wasn't it?
Beginning to think, not again, right? I'm glad it's done. And my mate said to him, clearly your manager really likes him, and your director of football really liked him. And I said, well, we identified him a couple of seasons ago when David Moyes was still here, that he was a player that we wouldn't mind targeting. I said, so we've been after him for quite a while now, at least 18 months. And he goes, well, put it this way, Budge. He goes, you don't chase the chicken around the garden to catch it and it not to be delicious. I went, what are you talking about? He said, look, he goes, you're chasing a player for 18 months or whatever. He said, now you finally got him. Obviously, he's going to give you something that your team is lacking. Otherwise, the club wouldn't have chased him for so long. So basically, what I'm saying is that now that you've got him, he's going to fulfill the role that you want him for. So therefore, it's going to be a tasty signing for you. I'm like, okay, right. I kind of get where you're coming from now. He's a real weird one for euphemisms.
Well, he's a chicken. So the average white man is a fucking chicken now.
Yeah, mate. I'm telling you now, though. All right, we've got players in front of him already established in the team, and some new players coming in that are going to be good enough to. Because let's get it right, Wan-Bissaka has got a decent pass on him. He may not be very good going forward, but passing out from defence, he's very good at.
Well, he's a good player. It's as simple as that. All I say, I love Tuchel, right? And I say his work rate's second to none for that team. But I all thought this season we probably need an upgrade. It's time to upgrade the right back position. And I'm happy. If Tuchel's the backup to Wan-Bissaka, over the moon. So I'm delighted with this purchase. I really am, even though I love Tuchel. But I think it's a good signing. And I think we'll be pretty happy with it. And he's got a bit of pace as well. And he can bomb up the pitch. And he could have Bowen in front of him. How they work together will be interesting. It'll be good, man. It'll be good. And I still don't know if we got back 4 or back 3. I don't know how it's going to fucking work. Which is, I like to get. I'm glad I'm, still guessing about what the fuck's going to take the pitch. Yeah. So that will reveal itself to me on Sunday morning or something.
When you consider where Wan-Bissaka plays, which is that right back position,
he don't mind getting up there, though, Geezer, does he? He don't mind getting up there.
But as you said, he's got Bowen in front of him. He'll have Paqueta available to him. He'll have the likes of Kudus available to him, or Ward-Prowse, or our new midfield signing. His name escapes me, Guido Rodriguez.
Yeah, Guido.
That's another player that I'm quite excited about. 31 years old, but very, very solid. I think he's going to be exactly what we need next to Alvarez. I'm convinced of it. He's a really exceptional.
We'll see.
He's very good.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So, another good signing, man. As simple as that. It was nice to get it over the line. As you said, it dragged on for too fucking long. Typical Man United bollocks. But there you go. Yeah.
Do you know much about Guido Rodriguez?
No, not really, guys. I know he was a good defensive midfielder. Played for Argentina.
Yeah.
He's got loads of experience. That's good enough for me, and we'll see. I believed he's a backup to Alvarez, but Alvarez is injured. So
yeah,
whether that guy takes to the pitch on this game again, you've got Suchek, Ward Prowse, him. What I don't know what he's going to put in there at the weekend. But obviously, and I've always said we need a backup to Alvarez because he gets suspended. He has an injury here and there. We need a backup, and he's the backup. But he could be the guy that's starting there until Alvarez is back to...
which is what a backup would have to do when Alvarez gets injured.
And if you're going to have a backup, mate, it's no good having a 15, 16-year-old. You want an experienced fucking warrior, especially in that position. And
exactly
that.
And he is a seasoned campaigner. He certainly is that.
Absolutely.
That. And then out on the left, of course, we signed Jimmy Somerville from the Communards.
Crescencio, yeah. Hell of a name.
Somerville from Leeds. Dirty
Chris.
Leeds.
Call him Chris.
Yeah. Absolutely on fire in the Championship last year.
Absolutely.
Everyone was saying that he was like a minimum of an 8 out of 10 every week. His effort is unquestionable. His talent is there for you to see. And his desire clearly is to succeed, in my opinion, because he was at Leeds, he was probably like in the running for being, one of the most revered players they've got there currently. And he's chosen to come to us.
You get Championship Player of the Year, he must have done something right for the whole season, so he's done that. Now he's got to produce it in the Premier League, which he's been there before. So it's nothing new to him. He's got to do it with us now. I mean, he's one of the ones I'm really excited to see because we've been so, we've been always filling in on that left side, and we've always thrown wherever in there. Ben Rama to me was very disappointing. We used 4 hours, and he's fucking great because he spent most of the time fucking defending, more so covering Cresswell than he did attacking, though. That was the downside of it. And we've had fucking everyone out there, Pakistan, Johnson. It's never been a settled position for a player. And I'm hoping this Crescencio makes it his. Even Cornet, hasn't worked out, but that was a lot to do with injury and circumstance. But now we've got this boy. I'm hoping he makes it his position. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. If we can fucking sort that left side out of it. We know we got Bowen or Kudos on the right. We're well covered there. But we've never been settled in that left wing position. And I'm hoping this is the boy. This is the boy.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. Who else have we got? Fulkrug.
Yeah, well, yet to saying I like him. I think he's bloody good striker. I want to see how it works. It's hard to say about him yet. No matter how many strikers we've had, and this is nothing to do with Lopetegui or Stein, but I was so excited about Alea, didn't work out. I blame Moyes, but that's neither here nor there. Skamaka didn't work out. We bought big money fucking strikers, man, and couldn't make them work. And I'm just hoping, fuck it, what's wrong with this guy? He's on its form of his life, and I hope he's the boy. I hope he's the boy that really works in well with us. And I'm looking forward to seeing him.
Yeah, me too. Sean said that he found out that we paid a €6 million loan fee for Crowell.
For Crowell, yeah. I never fucking played him. I hardly played him.
That's almost like $1 million in loan fees for every minute he played. For every 10 minutes he played. That's disgraceful.
Yeah. Well, it's that. The 2 loan fees are a waste of time were Crowell and Phillips. Phillips was disastrous.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
A shame for him, but there you go. And I don't like to see a player fucking, failed that badly, but he did. As simple as that.
Yeah. Oh, that's where we were. Right. Okay. Am I missing anyone? Tadibo, Ramsaka.
Fuck, that's just fucking should be out. God, fuck, have you got through? Someone will tell us and we just go on again.
Rodriguez, Sensio, and Fulkrug.
Oh, Guilherme. We've got Guilherme.
Yes, Luis
Guilherme. But I think we're all sort of in the camp that he's a one for the future. But that doesn't mean he won't get any minutes this year, and he might.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm saying, with the Cornet thing, really Cornet's in that way if he's there. Unless Cornet comes to the fore, if he does, then that puts Guilherme sort of third in line.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see some of him. I hope this Guilherme gets a few minutes.
Yeah. The other night I was over at my local, and the landlord over there, his wife is Portuguese Brazilian. So a lot of Portuguese and Brazilians get into the pub at weekends and that now. And there were a couple of guys there wearing Palmeiras shirts. And one of them come over to me because I had a West Ham shirt on. Come over to me, he said, you just got Luis Guilherme from Palmeiras. And I said, yeah, that's right, we did. He said, do you like him? I said, well, I haven't seen much of him yet, but I do like him. I like I like the potential that we've bought. And from what I've heard from certain pundits and stuff, he's a very, very good prospect.
Absolutely.
And he asked me another question. He said, do you like Lucas Paqueta? I said, absolutely love him. He's fantastic. Absolutely love him. He said, well, give Luis Guilherme time and he will be better than Paqueta. And I said, that's what we do. Very, very difficult for me to believe right now. And he said, trust me, he has got the potential to be the next Ronaldinho type up there. Yeah.
And that's what we bought, that potential. Because he has been on the radar in Brazil for a long time as a kid. So wherever he reaches it in the Premier League, and with us. So, man.
Palmeiras,
I love the idea of it.
Yeah. And he said to me, trust me, this time in 2 years' time, you'll forget all about Lucas Paqueta.
Well, he will. He will, because he'll be banged up in jail.
Yeah. Right, let's get to some of the comments. I've skipped quite a few. Who remembers Ronnie fucking Pickering?
Yeah, I do. Why do I know?
Sean says who? Old man AMG says, do you know who I am? No. You're old man AMG and you look like the fella out of the Trailer Park Boys. There you go. See, look, no, who are you? 18, good evening and good morning, chaps. Morning, not being greedy, but it would be a dream if we could get Carlos Soler. Yeah. He looks quality.
Apparently, he's all right. So I've not looked in any things about him, but it's sounds like a good player.
Yeah.
Peter K, genius.
Isn't that dog the French breed that's in the old Tom Hanks film? You're talking about, oh God, what was it called? Oh my God. What was it called? But the dog in question is a Dog de Bordeaux or French Mastiff. I don't know. It did kind of look, I couldn't really see it very well. Tiny little picture. What was that bloody film with Tom Hanks in it with the big dog? The big slobbery dog.
I remember the doggy thing, but fuck knows what film it was.
God. Anyway. Potential anger. Good evening, X. Early doors, it looks like I'm stalking you today, mate.
Hello.
Yeah, no, he was on Tony's chat earlier. Trigger's horse humping the mechanical ball with genius.
Oh, man.
Sammy the Snake. Smash like people for these two real
Wait,
ones.
you know, on Phoenix night, it's that fucker who was doing the psychic thing.
I never watched it. I've not
You
really.
never watched Phoenix? Oh man, they're in that. It was just taking a piss out of a typical northern club in Bolton, whatever. But they brought on this guy, a psychic guy, going to the people in the crowd, and he went up to one guy. Oh, yeah, I got. And he looked at me and went, nonce. Oh, fucking hell, man, it was funny.
I remember the scene in Only Fools and Horses when Del Boy goes to go and watch Raquel sing, and she's doing a duet with that guy. And the way he said, oh, for God's sake. It was hilarious. Oh,
do you know, I think... because I think it was Channel 4. Someone had to send that to me, the Phoenix Nights. Well, we weren't getting that here in Australia. And send it to me. I watched it on video or DVD, whatever.
Yeah.
But I thought it was one of the funniest comedies I'd ever seen since Only Fools, right? I thought it went, and it was just so fucking funny. There's so many great bits out of it, man. He was so good, Peter Kay. Max and Paddy were in it, weren't it? As the doorman.
That was the comment earlier, yeah.
Max and Paddy, man, they were funny as fuck.
Yeah.
When another one, it's not often I fall off the sofa laughing. But there was one there, they're standing outside the door, there's security, right? And a coach pulls up about 50 yards away. And all these dwarfs, right, or midgets, get off the coach, and all Bolton supporters or whatever, right? Coach load of midgets. And old Paddy went, fuck me, how far away are they? Talk about 3 seconds for that sink into me, right? How far away they? Because you didn't realise they're all midgets. And I fucking fell off the sofa, man, laughing. And then the midgets come and beat the shit out of them. Oh, man. It was outrageous. It was funny as fuck. Oh, I loved it. I love Phoenix now.
Paul Warren, good evening, sir. He says, right, I'm going to play devil's advocate and say, I predict us to get Fofana right off AC Milan's grass, and we will be surprised and get top 4.
Ooh. Look, Fofana would be a coup. It would be a real coup to get in there. Fuck, mate. Yeah. You never know, though, boy.
Sean said, he pretty much said, top 4 as soon as Sean's
Sean's been pretty adamant, man. I need to see evidence of it first before I say anything like that. I could be with Sean in about 6 weeks' time. Yeah. Now you are fucking delusional. Now you've gone mental.
Yeah, we'll have a point of that, please, Sean. Right. Imagine doing a letter. My heart would give you.
I'm going to go and open a beer if that's the case. Fuck it.
Yeah. Oh, mate, if we could do a Leicester,
man, I think it would. I think it'd finish me off, geezer. I'd fucking shit myself. The last 6 games of the season, and we're doing that. I don't think I could watch. I don't think I could watch anymore. I'd be just too nervous.
I reckon we could do a better job than Leicester did, though.
I don't know. It's hard to beat that one, boy.
If we did happen to manage to win the Premier League, I think we would be top 5 again the following season.
Sean, stop this. Fuck it. Stop this. You're getting people's hopes up. Let's be realistic and keep them down a bit, mate. Won't be disappointed then. Be careful what you wish for, you fuckers.
Now, this is a valid point, Lee. Games are won and lost on VAR and corruption. We've all seen it, just to favour the big clubs. That is very true. Thank you for coming in. Nice to see you again, sir. We drew Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup. We did indeed. We did indeed.
He's Brazilian boy, isn't he?
I believe so, yeah. West Ham Massive. Gatesy, good evening. Thank you for joining us, mate. Really enjoyed your show with Tony earlier, Rob. That was really good show. Sorry I couldn't comment on all of it, but I was listening through my earphones, mate. I really enjoyed it. Really nice show.
I was in bed, asleep.
Yeah. Shirts should be a much lower price. Manufacturing cost, wages, shipping insurance, storage, delivery, store cost, employees cost, marketing cost, etc. Come into it after.
Yeah.
One of them.
I think, look, shirts should be more than any bloody replica, no doubt about it, but it should be reasonable.
Yeah. I'm going to skip a couple of comments here and there. Kudos, Hammer of the Year, said Paul. Our gaffer to be Manager of the Year. No Europe, and no one would expect us to be fighting for top four. Because we don't even expect it labelled shock at all, I hope. Yeah.
Well, let's hope I want to be challenging for that top six, but like I said, it's a new team, new manager. I want to lower my expectations until I see it working. Like we've seen Chelsea buy some of the best players from all over Europe, and they couldn't make it work.
Yeah,
and then manager after manager after manager, and still buying some of the best players in Europe, and still can't make it work. So I want when you look at that, and even Man United have done that. You know, there's still Ten Hag's a bit up, a bit down, and people are not sure of him, and they're still buying big players or trying to. And I just want to see it work with West Ham, but it does. I don't believe it's going to work straight away. I mean, it's going to take time. So I don't want to get my expectations up here.
The other thing is, when we do win the league...
Too many scars here, Budge, over the years, man. Too many scars.
When we do win the league this season, though, Kieran, like I said, we'll do it better than Leicester did because we won't sell all our best players.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Tony, get you in as a duo, Budge. Yeah, not a problem, mate. And then he goes on to say that he'll work on Aussie time rather than UK time.
Okay, Tony,
which would be great because he don't mind what time he broadcasts. So,
okay, from 7 in the morning, miles at the moment. When is your clock change? So,
I'm not sure. October, isn't it?
No, yeah. If it's 10 o'clock at night, from 10 o'clock at night, your time goes, I can manage it.
Yeah. There you go. Or even
if it suits yourself.
From 7 in the morning for us. Because it's sort of, that'd be about, I don't know, 9 o'clock in the evening for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what time he does his normal thing, but if it's an evening one for you, then it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's 7 in the morning for me at the moment until your clocks change.
Yeah.
Then I could do it at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Your time. Anyway.
Yeah. What would the WWE tag team be? What if we had a WWE tag team, we'd have to have another wrestler with us because we'd be Budget, Scalper, and Leggett.
Yeah. I don't do wrestling. Not anymore.
No. If we did a Leicester and won the whole thing, we would have very biased crop, but possibly thrown at us as a result. So have to win it and then go into administration straight away.
Find out and take fucking points off us.
Yeah. The Spotlight show would be great with Budgie and Kieran on a variety of subjects, of course, mostly our club. Well, thank you very much, 58. Really appreciate that comment, mate.
Yeah, we love it. We'll do it.
Nick says, regarding shirt prices, it's really dumb, but even before the club get them, they're highly priced.
Yeah.
And they mark up on top of that, manufacturing, rental, insurance, etc. Yeah, we did all that. Oh, Rob, thank you. Casey, smash the likes, people. My bed is calling.
See you, Rob.
Thanks, Rob. Thank you for joining us, mate. That's standard on our club. Then you guys can ask them random questions. That's it, mate. That's it. Randy said top 10 would be great. I feel like we need to get Europe. Feel like it's a must.
I mean, Randy, for me, it's not a must, but I do believe the club, with their spending and their strategy with Staunton and Lopetegui, I think that to them it will be. They'll believe that, you know, getting Europe, whether it be through a cup or 6th, 7th in the league, I mean, that's their aim.
Yeah.
Whether it's a must, to me, it wouldn't be. If we didn't make Europe next year, I wouldn't say, well, fuck, get Lopetegui out, let's fucking start again. But I think as the club, what they've invested, I think that's what they'll be looking at, yeah, for sure. Yeah. They might believe it's a must. I'm hoping that pressure's not on Lopetegui. You know, have to get Europe or you're out. So I hope that's not the case. I just hope, you know, he does well.
Yeah, me too.
We get it.
Howard says Midnight Express.
Yeah. Brutal film, man.
Great film, Kieran, says Lee.
Yeah, it was.
The Platinum Finger, Butch Cassidy.
Fucking hell, isn't it? Goes up.
Yeah. It reminds me a great deal of 2016 Norvelt, Harvard, Dino and Norvelt. Harvard were both rejected by Arsenal.
Right.
He's shit.
Yeah, he did.
Apparently, the Sky pundits are refusing to discuss us. Plenty of neutrals on YouTube paying us attention, but Cara, Neville, and the crew, Sky Sports.
No, of course they don't. No, Damien, of course they don't, because they think they're the fucking stars, and they believe that we should have fucking stuck what we had, and yeah, I mean, and if this works, what we've done, it proves them wrong. And they don't want to acknowledge that. Simple as that.
Yeah. Neil says Midnight Express, that film is as disturbing as Deliverance.
Yeah, it was disturbing.
Yeah,
it was a fucking tough film.
It was. Great film, though.
That's what you get when you go to Turkey, brother. You go watch that movie. Huh?
Have you seen? Oh, no, it's not that. Sorry, wrong film. I was thinking of Papillon.
Oh, another great film. I read that book as well, Papillon, and Midnight Express.
They've done a remake of that as well, haven't they?
Have they?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll move around. 3
or 4 years ago it came out. Yeah, you should have seen that.
What was the first one? Papillon. Was that Robert Redford?
Originally, yeah.
I think it was, wasn't it?
No. Papillon was Steve McQueen, man.
Wasn't it Robert Redford? Am I tripping?
Steve McQueen.
Oh, it could be Steve McQueen. Yeah, we'll get them two mixed up. Yeah, that makes sense.
Ex-Potential says, I'm shocked. Sky Sports pundits having never been on Australian. Unheard of.
Yeah, lucky enough I don't get to watch fucking.
No, mate, I haven't frozen. I'm oven ready, son. I'm oven ready. Sky are only interested in established.
Yeah, and it's nothing new, Randy. I mean, I can go back to the 70s and fucking 80s where they always had that bias towards them. Even then, you know, it's nothing new. You know, even referees had the bias towards them back then, with Liverpool and Man United especially. So it's nothing new to me. These Sky Sports fucking wankers, you know, praising them up, how great they are, and this and that and the other, and what potential they've got, and how bigger clubs they are, and just disregarding everyone else. Same.
Yeah. And Damien makes a great point here. He says it's tribalism. Though it's debated, people still have the audacity to talk about Man United as potentially turning things around and mounting a title challenge. It's over. Times have changed. Yeah.
It has to a point, because Man City, you know what I mean, they got in and changed all that. Leicester sort of upset the apple cart in their little run. Newcastle now potentially could be a challenger to that title, and they don't like it. They'd rather stick with what they know the clubs. They'd rather have the obvious top six, and they don't want anyone challenging it.
Yeah.
Fuck me, there's nothing I'd love better than us to challenge that this year, and even not say for Villa to nick the top 4 spot. They won't like that either.
Yeah. Hey, look, have you seen that? Look, Aston Villa's new signings. Ethan Day.
Yeah, I remember Cameron Archer.
Yeah.
Ross Barkley. Ross Barkley went. I know he had a great season last year, Ross Barkley. He went to fucking Villa. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't. And he had a great season last year, Ross Barkley, man.
Yeah.
He really did. That's the best I've seen him play.
And then page 2, Samuel Illing Jr.
Oh my good God! Really? I thought this much, have I? Oh, that Maatsen! I rated that Maatsen.
Yeah,
he was at Chelsea, wasn't he? Online.
Amadou Onana from Everton.
Onana too for Everton. I did know that bit. I knew Maatsen and Onana.
And Max Jenner from West Brom. A good player, that Max Jenner.
Fuck me, they have been busy.
My name's not Andre, mate. Who called you Andre? Wasn't it me?
They have been busy.
Right. Damien says he thinks you'll see less variation with the centre back.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping them two, Damien, them two, that Tabida and Kilman should be the answer.
Yeah.
We need cover because, injuries, suspensions, whatever. We need, you need 4 centre halves when you take to a season. But I'm hoping that is a pairing that works, and then we'll go from there. I really do.
Yeah. If West Ham do well, the pundits will have no choice but to sit up and take notice. Absolutely. And to be fair, they did sit up and take notice when we won the Conference League. Some of them were still a little, it's only the Conference League kind of attitude. But in general, most of them were sort of like either fair play to West Ham or thoroughly deserved West Ham. Most were like that.
Yeah, most were good.
There were still some wankers, but we won't go into that. But if we do the business this season, there's no reason why they should keep ignoring it. Paul Warren says he thinks J-Lo's going to shock us against Villa and totally go for it. Kudus, Pac-Man, Rodgers in middle, Summers on the left, Bowen on the right, Fuller up top, Tabido, Kilman, Emerson, AWP, and hit Villa by surprise. Yeah.
Oh, man, jeez. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's right. Total football. Completely. Nick Bolton. Guido Rodriguez and Alvarez played together in the past and an extremely good partnership in midfield with Alvarez occasionally at centre-back. Now, that's another thing I heard this.
They played together in the past, did they?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know that.
Hang on, I'm trying to think where it was now.
Okay.
Can't remember where it was now. Sweden, Norway, somewhere like that, I think maybe. Can't remember exactly now. But yeah, they played together.
We just got to get Alvarez back on the pitch, haven't we, for that to happen?
James want to know, is Rodriguez left or right footed? From what I've seen, James, he's predominantly right, but he's got a left foot. So there you go. And then Freshfielder says both.
Yeah. And to me, as all modern day footballers should be both.
Yeah.
I mean, that should be something they're doing since they were 5 years of age. They should be decent with both feet.
Yeah.
You ever see Harry Kane? Harry Kane, mate, can hit a fucking left foot shot as hard as he can hit a right foot shot.
Yeah,
He's always practiced as a kid growing up to hit the ball just as much with his left as the right.
Well, I mean, look, you look at Lucas Paqueta, right? All of his penalties are left-footed. Most of his work is left-footed. But do you remember that goal where the ball came up and dropped down and he volleyed it into the net? I believe it was the season before last. And he hit that with his right foot. And that was as precise as I've seen him do with his left foot. You know, so you're right. Players have got to be able to use both feet.
I mean, in the modern game, you should be bloody decent with your other foot. It should be there. Might not be as strong, but you should be good with it these days. And you should be practicing with that all your life. It's important now. It's important to have 2 feet.
Yeah.
Even though there'll be some great one-footed players, don't get me wrong, they're just that good with that 1 foot. But I think it's just a modern day thing with football. You need to be, competent with your other foot.
Right. So Damien says, last season Somerville got 28 goal contributions, 19 goals, 9 assists in the league. Something like that.
No, he had a phenomenal season, David. Yeah. And but it's still relative. When I see, did Tottenham buy Solanke? Did they buy him?
Yes, they did.
Solanke had a phenomenal season last year. Phenomenal season.
Yeah,
and he scored a lot of goals and a lot of assists.
Yeah,
but it's 1 season. Now Tottenham have bought him on that and probably paid ridiculous money for him. I heard they'd bought him, but I don't know what they paid. But can he do it?
With Charleston.
Even when Tottenham was shit, Kane was still sticking 20+ goals in a year. Is Solanke that? That will be a big question for him next year. Is it just one purple patch of a season? And you get that with forwards. Whether he can back that up, we'll see.
Good.
We'll see.
You know,
they've taken a big punt on him if they put a lot of money into him.
But I think it's around the 40 million mark. Somewhere around there, I think.
I heard it was more budget, so I don't know what the deal was. I heard they were asking for fucking ridiculous money, about 60 mil. I don't know whether Tottenham paid that. One of the guys there might tell us. But I always heard they wanted 60 mil for him. So, we'll see. I don't know whether they got that.
Phillips' loan fee was €7 million.
Yeah.
League One Wes, yeah. And who was it that said it? Howard said Irving should get an honourable mention. Yes, he should. He's come back in.
Yeah. Even though Howard, he was last year's signing, wasn't we? We've had him out on loan. But yeah, I'm not sure if that guy's going to feature at all, but I hope so. He seems like a really nice geezer. I like him.
Yeah. Is it another Flynn Down scenario, though?
Yeah, it could be. Might not quite cut the mustard at that level. I don't know. But he seemed like a nice guy. He scored that good goal in that pre-season game.
Yeah.
And, and I see an interview with him. He come across really well. Really well. Nice guy.
Turner and Hooch. Thank you, Howard. That was the film with Tom Hanks and the big dog.
I think Hooch was the dog.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It was, yeah. And do you know what? There was a boom of people calling their dog Hooch. There were loads of bulldogs and boxers being called it and everything. Loads of It
was a stunning dog. I do remember that dog. It was beautiful.
Oh, yeah, they used 3 different dogs in the film in that film. From 3 different sources.
Don't work with animals and kids.
Right, so earlier on, I kind of put them on the screen, but we skipped them. The lads were talking about Antonio having basically been given a new lease of life with the kind of players he's got around him now.
Yeah, maybe. This is what we're hoping to see, Gazer, because, you know, he was a lone wolf up there under Moyes, really. And like he said in that interview back then, he said he was just feeding off scraps. That was all his job was, to try and make scraps work. And maybe he's got more. He'll have more support. If we're a little bit more forward up the pitch with that midfield, it might bring him into play a lot more. So whoever takes to the pitch, Fuller or full crew Fuller or Antonio, whoever starts, whoever comes on, it might suit him better. He might be more involved, man.
And you know, that sort of all polished up nicely in Paul's comment, where he said, "He's made me think now, Damien, because you're right. We all say about Antonio this and that, but he has never had this kind of support surrounding him. So it makes you think how he's going to benefit."
Exactly. It could work, Paul, or it might not. You know what I mean? He might just be at the end of it, but he could get more involved. Hopefully he's more involved and he's got more of a say.
Yeah.
Clinton Baptiste, that's the sidekick in Phoenix Nights, man. Fuck it. Oh man, that was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen. Nightmare. It was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, Turner and Hooch. There we go. Colin Chilvers. Good evening, Colin. Thank you for joining. Damien, what a great question. Has everyone...
Yeah, I have no bollocks. Nah, fuck that. They're talking shit anyway, they ain't nothing.
Abby's woken up again. Look, she dozed off on the sofa.
Yeah, she's woken up
bed with her phone, and she'll be asleep again by this time. How far away?
Yeah, 58, wasn't it? The funniest fucking thing, man. Oh man, I was on the floor laughing. I had to fucking stop the vid and pause it because I was laughing so much at that comment.
Yeah,
you had to be there, mate. You had to be there, mate. It was so good.
Yeah. There you go. He's here in Australia, Kieran.
You are. You're in fucking Toowoomba. Up on the range, geezer. You're up on the Toowoomba range.
He's another Queenslander.
Yeah, mate. That's about 2-hour drive from me, geezer. It takes me about 2 hours and a bit to get to Toowoomba. And you go over this big range, right? It's the Great Australian Dividing Range. You go over that, and that's when you head out west. And when I was working out in Chinchilla, I had to drive through Toowoomba to get to Chinchilla out there when I was doing the power lines. So, yeah, I've driven through Toowoomba many times. I've just never stopped there. Just driven through it a lot of times. There you go. I didn't realise.
Just east of Toowoomba.
Toowoomba.
Good evening, Roy. Ray, even.
Right.
Good evening, Ray. Thank you for joining us. Thoughts on the white kit? I really like it, but not seen great feedback. Well, I like it, Damien. I've always liked white kits, I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
Weren't too keen on the one that we won Conference League in with the Orange Flames, but it grew on me, and it is iconic now because we've won a cup in it.
Yeah, that sort of grew on me. I hated it at first, guys. What is that orange shit? But it sort of grew on me as well, the orange one. I think this one, I've always loved the white kit because I wore the white kit when I was at the 1980 Cup final against Arsenal. I had that shirt on the day, and I've always loved that shirt. It's my favourite shirt of all time, I was there. But I've always liked the white kit. This one, it's just a white kit. It's not very exciting, but it's not terrible.
But it's got that little gold bit on the collar, the little V shape.
Yeah, it's sort of on the arm bit a little bit.
A really good point.
I'm not sure about it, guys. Not sure.
No,
not sure.
But somebody made a really good point about it. What if it is the shirt sponsor and the club paying tribute to David Gold?
Don't know, do you? I wouldn't have a clue.
If it
Has anyone
is,
said that?
if
When they
that
launch a
is the-
shirt, they normally tell you the reasons what it's all
Yeah.
about.
But
Most of it's nonsense.
if that is the reason for it,
Could be.
then I tip my hat to them.
Yeah, fair play.
That's an absolutely quality way of
You
doing
think they'd let you know, Budge, if that was the case, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but
What's the reasoning behind
we haven't really had the full media thing about the kit yet, have we? The white kit.
No, I hadn't seen any media shit about any of the kits, but myself, but maybe there is.
The home and like the claret and blue and the dark blue or black. No, I think it's dark blue. Yeah, they did. They done a full like media thing on it. You know, wear the kit with pride or something. I can't remember. Wear the legend or something. I'm not sure. Something like that. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're okay. They're all sort of down the middle. There's nothing outrageous about any of the kits. Yeah. I'm sure we'll see some outrageous ones in the Premier League from certain teams.
Yeah. Tony's saying thanks.
Nice, Tony.
The thing on,
we'll have it.
Yeah, on his channel when we do. No one would have thought Villa was going to get top four. No one thought Leicester would win it. And no one ever thought Chelsea and Man U would ever get it so things can happen get it so wrong. Things can happen with the Premier League. Exactly that. Have faith, says Paul. I think anything is possible.
Yeah, well, it's true. It is.
Oh,
Careful what you wish for, you fuckers.
Yeah. Nick wants to know, what's the SP velocity of an unladen swallow?
Hang on. 30 mile an hour goes up.
Yeah, in a dive.
Yeah, when I've shot it.
Oh, right. Good night, Tony. Thank you for popping in.
Sort you later, Tony.
I'm sure I've got your message actually, Tony. Or maybe I haven't. But I would. Oh, hang on. No, I haven't. So I will. I'll contact you, Tony, if I haven't got your message, because my old number. Yeah, my WhatsApp number's changed to my new number, or my old number. Anyway, fucking confused anybody. Good night, all in the chat. Good night, Tony. Thanks for joining. With all the signings we've made and the profile of players we have brought in, we are fighting for Europe. They wouldn't have joined us if they wouldn't sold that plan or expectation. Absolutely truthful. Just bear with me for a second, Kieran. I'm gonna just leave that on screen for a second. I'm gonna quickly go and turn my fan towards me because it's not cooling me down enough.
Oh man, I'll be in the first season. Seville's 18 played. Really? Fucking hell. What? So what you're saying is he's 10 behind at the moment, is he? He's still going to sign another fucking 10. But he got Champions League. Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive, isn't it?
I've realised what T-shirt I've got on. Look, my West Ham Random.
Boy. Yeah.
I had this one and one for Happy Amaret made up when I was doing a bit of stuff with our good friend Pete. I was wearing it. I thought, I'll keep it on.
Yeah, okay. Oh, there you go. Mate, yeah. Well, all the signs are positive, aren't they, with Lopetegui at the moment?
Yeah, they are.
But it's just it's so hard for me to fucking get right behind it and believe anything until I see the first game and the second game and the third and the fourth and go, wow, now I can see a plan. Now I can see how this is going to work.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's for everyone, you know. I mean, Chelsea thought Pochettino was the answer, didn't they? And he fucking gone already.
Yeah.
Now who they nicked? They nicked the Ipswich manager, was it? Or is it who was it? Leicester manager or Ipswich manager nicked? Chelsea. Maresca.
Maresca.
Which one was he? No, it must. No, not Ipswich. That was Kieran.
No, when he at Leeds.
It was. It must have been the Leicester boy.
Must have been. Yeah, must have been.
Yeah, it was. They nicked him.
Right,
no, he was doing brilliant.
There you go. Early Doors and Sean are both saying that it was.
Yeah, Steve McQueen. I always get them two mixed up. Steve McQueen and
with Dustin Hoffman.
Rain Man.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great film that was. Brilliant film. Both were great in it. Exactly that. Newcastle.
No, it was Steve McQueen. Definitely Steve McQueen. Papillon. I read that book, geezer. Fucking massive book, Papillon, right? Huge fucker. And I read it. And I was working in Germany at the time when I read it. That's why I read it, because in the evenings I had fuck all to do. So I read that book. It's a great book. Great book. And I read Midnight Express as well before I saw it.
Yeah.
I used to read back then, geezer. Now I find it hard to read fuck all.
You've seen the movie with Tom Hanks in it, Green Mile, haven't you?
Oh, I loved it. Loved it.
Do you know who wrote that story?
No, I don't.
Stephen King.
Did he? Is that a Stephen King story?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense, I suppose, with the body experience of the. Yeah, really good. I loved the film. Great movie. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, sad ending, wasn't it? Sad ending.
Yeah. Good night, Damien. Thank you for joining us, mate.
Damien, see you later, mate.
Old man says he loved Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah, Cool Hand Luke.
Great film. Right. That's where he kept going into the cooler, isn't it? And playing with the baseball in the prisoner of war camp thing, wasn't it? Where he kept. Oh no, that was great.
No,
that was the Great Escape.
The Great Escape. Cool Hand Luke was the pool. That the pool, wasn't it? Pool player.
That's the one.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
My memory's fucked. Oh man.
Yuha says we're looking at top 6 if our team can gel early. Every time our European trophy is mentioned to this day, there's always a side note mentality of it's only the conference. They love to hate it. It's true. I mentioned that 5 minutes ago, mate, without having read your comment. So, it's fairly obvious that they begrudge it. They really do.
There is no trophy in football that should be looked down upon. None. Apart from that Community Shield bollocks when they believe they've won something, a one-off game. I don't. Or the Betway Cup. I do look down on that a bit. We won that this year, and I'm going, but really? There's a trophy? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
And man, he fucking missed the penalty, didn't he? Silly bollocks. Fuller, that main striker missed that penalty on the. Oh no, not you. You're meant to bury him.
He ain't missed one in 12 months or something, and he goes and fucking misses it.
Yeah. Oh well, that's all right. He can miss them in them sort of fucking games. Don't care.
Right. It was Club America that Guido Rodriguez and Alvarez played at.
Okay. That must be early boys, eh?
That does make sense that it would be in South America.
Okay.
Paqueta volley, Olympiacos away. Absolutely, Sean. I knew you would remember it. Right-footed volley, yes? Lovely built volley that was. Rodriguez and Alvarez played in the United States together. They played in South America, Club America.
Okay. They're over there anyway. They're in North America somewhere, or South America. Money, huh?
Oh man, I think that's a little bit controversial.
Oh dear. There's a few.
Randy, good night, sir. Thank you for coming. We're going to be wrapping up soon.
Yeah. Cheers,
hours, mate. Paul says, if you had the choice, what would you prefer, a top 4 spot in Champions League or 6th to 7th and a cup win?
That's easy for me.
6th and 7th and a cup win.
Yeah, all day long.
Yeah, we've got more chance.
Well, the only reason I say that, mate, probably the greatest West Ham day of my life was that 1980 Cup final against Arsenal. And I've never been able to experience that since. I went to the League final a year later, and we played Liverpool and drew, and then went to Villa Park to the replay, and then lost 2-1. That fucker Dalglish done us in the end.
Yeah.
But to be at Wembley watching West Ham and win that FA Cup final against Arsenal was the greatest fucking thing in the world.
Didn't we go down to 10 men early in that game against Liverpool?
No, I don't think so, mate. Not that I remember.
Oh, no, that was the semi-final. It was the semi-final. And we still won it.
No, I do start to say I think we got robbed at Wembley against Liverpool, if I'm to be honest, in that League Cup final.
I believe that.
But to be at Wembley watching West Ham, there's nothing better, and especially when we beat Arsenal, because it would have been horrible walking away losing. But they were red hot favourites, and we done them. And Trevor Brookie, fucking great at that. Sweet. Now, I'd want to see West Ham win another one. I just, before I fucking drop off this earth, I want to see us win it again.
Now, there was about 20 league places between us at the time, and we were in a different league to Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sean wants a top 4 and a cup win.
I know. He went, hang on, he wants top 4, he wants number 1 and a cup win. He wants a double.
Yeah. FA Cup gets Europa League too. Yeah, it does indeed.
Yeah,
I think that's our best route into Europe this year, through a cup. Win a cup for me, that's what football all about. Winning cup for your team, giving it all.
Yeah, I love the cup more than I do the league, to be honest. I enjoy the cup competition more than the league. So there's been some recent years here we haven't taken them seriously enough. It really pisses me off. It really does. I hope that's not the case this year. And I'm hoping because we're not in Europe, we will take the 2 cup competitions seriously. But we'll see.
Look, old man, how far to Wumbleway? In the jungle, the mighty jungle.
Excuse me.
Chinchilla, Queensland, twin with squirrel in Mexico. Nick reckons you're too young to have been at the 80 final.
Oh, well, mate, I was 19, Nick. I was 19. Right. Look under 30. Now, I know when you say look under 30, you're just taking a piss, Nick, but I was 19 when I got to that FA Cup final, mate. 19. Fucking what a day. What a weekend. Never mind the day, the weekend. The cup parade going down to East Ham Town Hall on Barking Road. The next, the Sunday. I was still up. I don't think I went to bed that night. And I still went there. And wow. Well, it was just fucking amazing. I think there would have been 250,000 people turned up that day for that cup to come down Barking Road to the East Ham Town Hall.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It was a great weekend.
John saying someone somewhere on another stream said the gold additions to the white kit are indeed a tribute to David and Leopold.
That's the case. Oh, well, fair play.
And
that's all right.
I remember rightly, John, I do believe it was Gio that I heard it from on Lucas, good morning and evening, lads.
Lucas.
Well, we're both very
good,
well.
Lucas.
Thank you for joining us.
You, brother.
We are going to be wrapping up soon. We've been getting over 2 hours now. African or European? Are you a potato scallop person or potato cake person?
I like a scallop, Nick. Yes.
Yeah, I don't really know the difference.
Well, basically, a scallop is a big slice of potato wrapped in batter and deep fried.
Is it? Oh, yeah. I wouldn't mind
it is here in Australia, anyway.
I only eat mashed potato when it comes to potatoes. Or boiled potatoes. I don't eat disgusting things. Carrying a coat. Come on, look. Now this is getting weird. Carrying a coat. Any super dupers in the freezer?
Yeah, fucking hell, Nick, there is actually. There's a big bag of the fuckers. I'm waiting for summer to come. Do you know the ice poles, geezer? You know ice poles? That's what they are. I've got a big bag of them, and they're still in the freezer from last year. They are called super dupers, yeah. I was thinking of throwing them out the other day, right? They're sick of seeing them in my freezer because they're taking up room.
What is your favourite colour?
Don't know. Blue for me. Who you're asking?
Yeah. I think for me, my favourite colour has got to be claret. Got to be.
Yeah, it's always been blue.
If you're looking at super dupers or ice poles or whatever you want to call them, my favourite ones are the yellow ones, the lemony ones.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's always had to be red for me, guys. That's something red.
Howard says R.I.P. Peach. Indeed.
Yeah, it has been.
Indeed. In fact, let's have a little bit of a giggle provided to us by Peach. Here we go. Little short video break.
I want these guys don't even know what I'm talking about. Yo, Bryce or Henderson? Bryce or Henderson? Name me one name. Yo, you guys are whack. There you go.
Oh, I still love that little clip. I still love it. Oh God, look, I've lost where we were now. I know, I found it. Lee, good night, sir. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the stream. We are massive over MC. Bless the Peach.
Yeah, Lee, brother.
Yeah, we're going to be wrapping up now anyway. How many points will Man City lose with the FFP breach in November? I don't know. Chances are if the FFP hearing is fair, like it was fair to Everton and to Nottingham Forest, then they will lose about 38 points.
We'll see.
Can you see one of the highest grossing teams in the world right now being treated with such severity? I can't.
They got better lawyers, mate.
Yeah. But in truth, I think it was worked out that they should, with all their breaches and that, lose about 38 points. Based on a short, there you go. Based on a short story by Stephen King, Green Mile.
Right. I didn't realise that. But I did love the film. Well, it's great. Really good.
There we go. In 1920 season, 38 points, 19 wins, 13, whatever. One fourth in the league and one Europa.
Okay. That's a good season. Wow, that.
Cool Hand Luke was in prison eating loads of boiled eggs.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, it was that, wasn't it? No, you might have been right, guys. Yeah, it was eating boiled eggs. Yeah, it was really weird, wasn't it?
Has anyone seen the film called The Keeper about Bert Troutman? No, don't even know.
No, I haven't. 58. I remember the name Bert Troutman being the shopkeeper. Remember that name? But no, I've not seen it. I didn't know there was a film about him.
Yeah. Cup win for me also, but a cup where we beat Arsenal on penalties. Declan missed one, and Alvarez scored the winner.
I like that, mate. Yeah, mate.
Nick said,
I'm not wishing ill on Declan Rice, mate. I loved him and he's a great player, but I hope he carries on for the rest of his career, but doing exactly what Harry Kane did. The only trophy he's ever going to have is the one he won with us, and won fuck all with Arsenal. That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah.
And I don't wish him. I don't wish him harm. Or
No.
I hope he wins fucking nothing. So,
Nick Fulton's released a song Playing Christmas on Spotify. I know it's early for a Christmas song, but still.
All right. Well, let's see where we are at Christmas.
Chumbawamba, I thought for a moment there it was another new signing. Welcome to West Ham, Chumbawamba. No, that's the one that plays for Chelsea, isn't it? Chumbawamba or whatever it is.
Chumbawamba done that song. I get down, I get up again, don't I? Gonna beat me down. That was Chumbawamba, wasn't it?
Yeah. God, blimey, yeah. That used to be the theme tune for...
I get down, I up again, or whatever it is. But that was Chumbawamba. Huh?
I think that was a song for FIFA 98 or something on the PlayStation game. Not that you would know much about them. Have you had a bit of Golden Gay time lately? Recently. Never had any Golden Gay time, mate. Don't even know what it means.
Do you get that ice cream in England? Or was that just me?
What, is that an Australian thing?
Yeah, well, it is there. A Golden Gay time is a stick fucking ice cream covered in stuff. And, yeah.
Right. Okay.
I know the question is meant to be a double entendre question from old Nick there. But no, I must say, I stay away from the Golden Gay time, geezer. I can't stand the pain.
It's a rather unfortunate name to do something that you're going to put in your mouth.
A lot.
What is your favourite colour? Was a Monty Python Holy Grail quote. Very
was it?
Song.
Can't remember it, geezer. I did watch the Holy Grail. I watched them all.
There you go. Nick's explained it that Golden Gay time is an ice cream.
It is. I have had them before, mate. Bit of Golden Gay time, but not sure I liked it.
No, 58 wants to know if you've got jubblies in your freezer.
Oh, fuck me. Didn't you love them jubblies, man, when the ice cream van used to come along?
Love them.
Get a fucking jubbly out the ice cream van. I used to love them, man, in summer. That big triangle of fucking ice. That's all it was, wasn't it? Great. Loved it.
Yuha says, Kieran, he was living in Brisbane in 1980 when we beat Arsenal in the FA Cup. Waited until midnight to watch the game on ABC.
Brilliant, you are. You were here then. I didn't get it to 87, geezer. So, yeah. You was here, mate, watching it. Yeah, which you would have done. It would have been midnight. Yeah, it was a 3 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit. There you go.
Guys are whack. Feels. Yeah, that's it, Sean. Jubbly. Oh, Jubilees. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption was also based on a short story by Stephen King. Correct. Yeah,
that's up there for me, Sean, as films go. I love both of them, Green Mile and Shawshank, man. Brilliant film.
Yeah,
I love Shawshank. I love that Shawshank.
In fact, them two are definitely in my top 10 movies of all time.
Yeah, they're up there, guys.
And another one of my top 10 movies of all time is Christine, which is also a Stephen King story.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I haven't seen it. I saw it a long time ago, guys. I can't remember it that much. But Shawshank was just a feel-good movie, especially the ending, wasn't it?
Yeah,
great.
Yeah. Howard, Tub Thumping.
That was it, Tub Thumping.
Paul said, right, boys, I'm off. All the best. Remember when we smashed Villa? I predicted it. Night, lads.
Right. You're out there. Fuck it. I'm going to write his name down, Paul Warren, right? And if we get fucked by Villa, I'm going to remind you when we come back on. Right, all these guys that say, "Oh, you heard it in first," or "I predicted it." Fine, okay, we're going to smash Villa.
Yeah.
Paul Warren won it. I've got to remember that fucker for next week. I said, righto. And if you're right, Paul, I'll give you credit for it. Well done, mate. You did say it.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, they're all funny.
I know you did, Nick.
He's Curious 58. One of my favourite films is in the Placing Game. Yeah, great. It's actually great music in that, as it says there, Enigma. And it's a very good film.
Oh, I loved it. I loved that.
In Northern Ireland, wasn't it?
I don't remember it. It rings a bell, that, but I can't remember the film.
Oh, man says, I was very excited when my ex-wife said she was bi. It turns out she meant bipolar, not bisexual.
Yeah, completely different thing, old man. It's not quite the same.
Right.
She's a fucking nutcase.
Yeah. Really.
Could have been something so special, that.
Yeah. You know, that is the last comment we've got. Right, there are 191 people still viewing. So if you haven't already, please smash the like button on your way out.
Old man fucking killed that, mate.
Give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Share the stream on your social media. Come back next week. I will be having a week off the following week, but maybe Kieran will be here with another host. We don't know yet. So, yeah, keep it coming. Thank you so much for joining us every week. We really appreciate your comments and all the fun stuff. It's been great.
I got to giggle a few times, so it's fucking brilliant.
Fun. Any £10 fast before going.
We don't want to lower the tone there, Nick.
Yeah, that's it. And you're right, I am thinking of The Crying Game.
That was a good film. I remember that. That was a great
That was the one I was thinking of, set in Northern Ireland, you know, with the troubles that were going on and that at the time.
Yeah, that was, man.
It's a great film.
I remember it saying what film that was. It was very, very good. Yeah.
Didn't it have a young Daniel Day-Lewis in it?
God, man, now you're asking.
You know, I've got a funny feeling it had a very young Daniel Day-Lewis in it. Sean says,
no, I don't think it was.
Thank you.
Anyway.
58. Thank you for your comment. Quality banter. Cheers, gentlemen. Much love, chat. Thank you.
Cheers,
guys.
Howard.
Nick says, thank you for the stream. You guys are amazing. Hope to see you again. You will indeed, Nick. Thank you so much.
Cheers, Nick. Yeah, man.
You know, just two old parts having a bit of fun. You know, and getting away with it.
Definitely here next week. Week after he's going to Turkey. If I can get someone to fucking fill in and sort this out, we'll still be here. If not, we'll just slag him off for fucking off to Turkey. It's simple as that. And I hope he gets a bit of Midnight Express fucking treatment.
Cheers. Thanks for that. Cheers.
No problem.
Night,
just
guys.
don't be importing any drugs into Turkey or you're fucked, mate.
Yeah, thank you, old man. That's very kind.
Cheers, old man. Saw that fucking profile picture. Stephen Ray. That's the geezer. That's the boy. When you said Stephen Ray, what an actor that boy is.
Yeah, great boy.
Fucking actor that boy is. Stephen Ray. Well done, Sean. Fucking Sean always comes up with the answers, man.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He's our own personal computer, he is. Howard, thank you. That's a really lovely comment. Thank you. I'm going to.
Howard, just tell Anton and Russie that, just to annoy him. All right? Just tell them.
I'll just fucking screenshot it, mate. It's going in the group chat. Love it. Stephen Ray looks a bit like Daniel Day-Lewis. You're right.
Yeah.
That's why
what
I
an
thought it was him.
Top actor.
Thank you, Sean. Brilliant comment. Night, gents, and like a young Burt Reynolds. Absolutely. Right, guys, girls, thank you, everyone, for sticking with us.
Yeah, I can stay here for another 3 hours, mate, if you like.
Yeah. It's been brilliant seeing you all. Well, I hope to see you again next week, and I'm going to play you out with a short video. I'll talk to you
All the best, chaps. See you next week.
Yeah. Come on, you
How many game games will be? But if you want to do the half hour earlier next week, let me know. We'll do it at 10 if it's easier for everyone rather than half 10.
Cool. Right, brilliant. Yeah. Let's pen that in now, shall we?
Yeah, we'll do it at 10 o'clock if it suits you. That's
10 o'clock next week then, guys and girls. Let everybody know. And we'll see you next week. Till then, stay safe. What is it Russ said? Stay safe, stay warm, stay humble. He
talks a lot of bollocks though.
Stay humble. Yeah. I'm just going to do a piece, I reckon.